Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? What a wonderful day to be in person for the longest time on this such a beautiful autumn day. Thank you all for coming. I know we have still some people who are finding their seats. Please take your time. And we're so happy to see you all. All right. And we have people who are joining us virtually. So wanted to make sure that we are all situated. All right. So good evening. Welcome to 2021 International Education Week Gala, celebrating the resilience of Ohio University's global engagement. My name is Ji-Yeung Jang, and I am Interim Executive Director for Global Affairs. And if you don't mind, since I'm away from you, is that okay? Fine. Such a reveal. Because I know, like, are you? Yes. Oh, it's been so long, you know, finding that connection, and I've been under this veil. And so again, it's so good to have you all. We're so thrilled to be together in person for this very special occasion. And also thank you again for those who are joining us virtually from around the globe. Tonight, we are joined by a special guest. And first of all, we have a delegation from Andijan State University in Uzbekistan. Would you please stand up? Please be seated. We're so pleased that you are joining us during our International Education Week at Ohio University. It's quite special. And Andijan University and Ohio Program of Intensive English have been collaborating on online language program. And you are all invited to a welcome reception tomorrow at 1804 Lounge. And there will be a presentation and conversation about the existing program and activities and future possibilities. So you're all welcome. This year is celebrated as the 75th anniversary of Fulbright program, which was created after World War II to increase the mutual understanding and peaceful relationship between the US and other countries. Over the years, Ohio University has been ranked as the top US institution that produces the Fulbright scholars. And we are also celebrating so many Fulbright students and scholars and teachers from around the globe who came to Ohio University. Diane Cale, is Diane here in the room? There. Diane Cale is the advisor to our incoming Fulbright students. And I'd like to invite Diane Cale and all the current and former Fulbright students, either US or international, scholars, students, faculty, and staff who have been part of the program. And if you would like to stand up and be recognized. We have a group of Fulbright students here in the room as well. Thank you. Please be seated. Some of our Fulbright students are from Afghanistan, and we are so grateful that they are with us during this very difficult time. Ohio University stands in solidarity with those affected by the events in Afghanistan. The Institute of International Education has been coordinating efforts to support Afghan students, scholars, and artists under threat. Please check their website and spread the word and provide your support. Next, we have previous IEW award winners in this room. Would you please stand up and be recognized? And I'm sure there are previous winners who are joining us virtually as well, so thank you. Thank you for all you do. Finally, we have senior executive leadership present with us, including Executive Vice President and Provost Elizabeth Sayrs, as well as our President Hugh Sherman. Thank you for all being here and with us and help celebrate international education at Ohio University. Last fall, as the pandemic raged on, we hosted a fully virtual celebration, sharing stories of global interconnectedness. This year, we continue to reimagine what international education looks like here at Ohio University, and we have decided to celebrate the resilience of Ohio University through a number of events, including our own gala tonight. Yesterday, there was a very powerful symposium featuring virtual teaching, learning, and research experiences of global students at Ohio University and Jawaharlal Nehru University in India. It was very impactful, and I congratulate those who have planned and operated the event. Earlier today, we rewatched the homecoming panel, Bobcats Abroad and in the US, featuring global alumni and our own President Sherman. Thank you for your leadership and support. In the coming days, many more IEW events are scheduled. We invite you to join tomorrow at noon back here to have an important conversation about global perspectives on making respect visible campaign at Ohio University. Thursday, join us to learn more about the opportunities and resources that will help all Bobcat graduates to be successful in the global and knowledge economy. On Friday, join Dr. Lucky Odriel, an esteemed Ohio alumna, and the current Robert and Rene Glidden visiting professor at Patton College of Education from the University of Botswana. Dr. Lucky will deliver Africa at Ohio talk. Additionally, our Zanesville campus has exciting events throughout the week, including Squid Game. If you have watched the Netflix drama from South Korea, you know what I'm talking about. They were kind enough to remind us that there won't be any blood, so thank you very much. All IEW events are found at ohio.edu/IEW. The past year has been a year of resilience in many respects, but certainly for our global education, research, mobility, and outreach efforts. To summarize our collective experiences of global resilience, the Office of Global Affairs and the University Communication and Marketing have created a video that certainly would not capture everything there has been, but I hope that it shows a glimpse of our global footprints during the pandemic. Here's the video.
Ohio University is a global university. Since 1804, Ohio has made positive contributions around the globe through its talented faculty, staff, students, and alumni, sharing dynamic knowledge, innovations, and ideas.
Over the years, an impressive variety of international education and research programs, international activities, and student experiential learning opportunities have contributed significantly to the character of Ohio University. We are proud of our global history and impact.
The pandemic impacted Ohio's global activities in unprecedented ways. Study away programs and travel were severely disrupted. Global engagement looked very different amidst the pandemic. Fostering virtual global connections propelled Ohio University to the forefront to meaningfully engage, supporting learning and research internationally.
Most of my students really haven't traveled. On the regional campus, it is rare that I have a student who's traveled abroad or who has spent significant time abroad. The cultural lab was really good because it gave them an opportunity to learn about the other culture, and then it gave them scenarios to talk about. So the talk was very exciting about what would you do in this situation, and a real hands-on kind of effort.
Certainly some of the things that we were looking for is to introduce students to that idea of international experiences and have them start building relationships so that they might be more likely to participate in a study abroad or in an actual international travel experience at some point. And it turned out to be such a great experience that we hope to continue this approach to Engagement Lab for as long as we can, certainly.
I'm here because I was given the opportunity to do a virtual internship through CIS Abroad and HTC this past summer to continue my global impact project I did last year. You know, everyone wants to travel. Like, everyone always says, oh, I love traveling and visiting these new cultures. But like, seeing how I could take that with my career and do that and create real change in these places that need it the most, like learning that that was an avenue that I can do really, you know, made this whole thing just become so much more real.
COIL supported bringing the world to the classroom. Ohio students in these COIL courses spent time together online and connected with peers at global institutions for special projects and conversations, bridging the global gap.
So it was an opportunity for me and a couple of other COIL fellows to kind of bring international experience and collaboration into the classroom. It was an opportunity for my students in Chillicothe and other regions, to be able to connect with people, get again into how their peers from other cultures think.
And the students had this fabulous opportunity with once-a-week Zoom meetings to get together and to learn something about other cultures and learn similarities about other cultures at the same time that they were learning to write together.
To increase global competencies among faculty and staff, the Office of Global Opportunities led the Virtual Global Connections Professional Development Program. These transformative connections facilitated impactful collaborations, offering virtual global mobility amidst travel restrictions.
I thought it was a great opportunity because of the richness that South Africa has of languages that would fit perfectly with what the linguistics department does. It's opened a very different perspective to me. We would like to do it to convert all this knowledge into a class. There's always a good opportunity, and technology is getting us closer more than we actually think.
Ohio faculty members continued to pursue their research and educational outreach mission during the pandemic.
I'm currently working on 2 research protocols, one in Kenya and one in the US. And all of them are going to be online studies. I'm currently in Kenya and working with Kenyatta University, and also I have taught co-teaching a class on research methods with my partner. It has been an amazing experience so far, learning about the systems in Kenya and also sharing our experiences here at Ohio University.
Through travel restrictions and border closures, many international students on campus at the onset of the pandemic faced hardships that were extremely difficult to navigate. The university and broader community rallied around our international students to provide meaningful support.
I must say that Ohio University and the locality of Athens is very welcoming for international individuals. I personally feel that OU as my second home. I get several opportunities to interact with my colleagues from different parts of the world and then learn from them. I must say that I have grown academically, I have grown personally and professionally after I came here at Ohio University.
Ohio has continuously fostered meaningful and transformative global partnerships around the world, creating a university environment which recognizes, supports, and celebrates a greater sense of engagement and belonging.
Ohio University is ready to move forward as a globally engaged institution dedicated to providing meaningful learning, research, and outreach opportunities. These learning opportunities, inside and outside of the classroom, help to prepare all of our students to become global leaders. We are proud of our Global Bobcats, thankful for our outstanding international programs, and thrilled to see our alumni making such a positive difference in their communities in Ohio and around the world.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. Elizabeth Sayrs.
also going to be brave and demask. Thank you, Dr. Jang. Good evening, and welcome to Ohio University's International Education Week Gala. I'm so thrilled that so many of you are here in person and online tonight. As we saw, the theme this year is Resilience of the Ohio Community and Global Engagement, which is very fitting in the middle of a pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic certainly created challenges for all of us, but many of our international students from more than 100 different countries have faced additional difficulties. Many of our international students had trouble getting to Ohio University, and many have not been able to travel home. Some started their studies online overseas, and others delayed starting their studies until they could arrive safely in person. But they have overcome these obstacles, and they are succeeding, and they are the epitome of resilience. I'm also grateful for the way our communities have rallied to support our international students in so many ways during the pandemic. One of my most memorable pandemic experiences was working with the International Student Task Force in the summer of 2020. They brought forward survey data that really identified our international students' needs during this time. And then they brought together community and university resources to help meet those needs. I was so honored to support these students and their work because it was an outstanding example of all of our communities, our students, our faculty, our staff, our local community members, our global community members, coming together at a critical time to do the right thing, and all led by our international students. We know that Ohio University has outstanding international academic programs, including several that were mentioned in the video, and that they were also affected by the pandemic as everything moved online. But our faculty and staff did more than just change their teaching methods and move their classes online. As you saw, they developed new opportunities for our students to be engaged around the world, albeit virtually, through things like our Global COIL initiative, as well as through innovative virtual global community engagement options and virtual international internships. Our students were able to continue to gain global competencies despite the pandemic because of your work. We've also continued to lead critical research programs around the world, and our faculty and staff continue to build and strengthen important connections with international partners. Whether leading an infectious and tropical disease institute in Ecuador, or serving as editor-in-chief of the Oxford Research Encyclopedia of International Studies, or helping mentor our 4 undergraduate students who were awarded the prestigious DOD Research Internship in Science and Engineering in Germany. We know that international partnerships and collaborations help our research, scholarship, and creative activity have an even bigger impact in the world around us. Knowing how critical those partnerships are, I'm particularly grateful that international travel is starting to become a little bit easier, and that we're able to welcome our colleagues from Uzbekistan here today who are visiting our campus this week, and I was honored to meet with them earlier today as well. As you can see, despite all that has happened during the pandemic, we've continued to advance our international and global efforts. I'm excited by the work that we're doing and where it will lead us. As Ohio's first and finest university, we've always shown great resilience, and I'm seeing that resilience today through the work that so many of you in this room are doing, and those of you who are virtually, of course, are doing as well, who support international education. Thanks to your work, our students are learning the skills they need to become global leaders, and we are continuing to make an impact in communities around the world. I'm honored to be with you here tonight as we celebrate our award winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sayrs. We're now moving on to our global engagement and excellent nominations. I'd like to invite Dr. David Kunz to introduce the nominations and lead the celebration. Dr. Kunz is a co-chair of IEW Planning Committee and has been serving in this role since the very beginning. Dr. Kunz currently serves as Associate Professor and Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education in Russ College of Engineering and Technology. Dr. Kunz?
Thank you, Ji-Yeung. Didn't get the mask memo. I hope I shaved today. So, good evening, everyone. First, I've seen the program, and I don't think we give you a break to eat your cupcakes, so at any time if you want to eat that, please enjoy. So each year, the IEW committee selects and awards winners for faculty, staff, alumni, and community engagement in global excellence in global engagement. This year's challenged us again. We recognize that so many people have worked so hard and often going above and beyond to support our students, advance research and outreach, and create new and innovative ways to continue global engagement. The IEW committee decided to celebrate our collective efforts through a broad and inclusive call for nominations to recognize all who have shown excellence in global engagement. And the community of Ohio University has responded with an array of recognitions of excellence. It's my pleasure to share with you the highlights of these recognitions, celebrating the impactful work of so many people. First, I'd like to introduce what is always our most popular group, the faculty nominees. Categories for consideration include global teaching and learning, global research and creative activity, global partnership, service and outreach, and supporting global engagement.
I'm very honored to be nominated for this award. So what do I think of when I hear the term global resilience? I think of collaboration. I think of students collaborating with each other, with faculty, and also with community organizations. I think of leadership, students taking charge of their education and all sorts of opportunities. I think of students being outgoing, adventurous, and pushing their boundaries. And of course, I also think of sustainability and environment. We may live very far apart from one another, but we're actually very close. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Risa Whitson, and I'd like to thank the Office of Global Affairs and International Studies for organizing this and for the nomination. I'd also like to thank the Department of Geography Awards Committee for recognizing my work and nominating me for this award. In terms of what global resilience means to me, I would say listening, learning, and preparing. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank you for the nomination for this International Education Week Award for Resilience. I'd like to thank my colleagues, Kyle Butler and Becky Challenger, who've worked so hard alongside me in the past year and made similar efforts. And I'd like to thank Dr. Kurzik for nominating us. And I want to recognize how much he's done for the international education community in the past year or so. Again, I'd also like to thank my students who have done so much in the past year and really shown what resilience can be.
It is an honor to be recognized in this way. However, it's a lot easier to be resilient when you have someone to be resilient with. So to that end, I would like to thank my students, my international students who I've been working with through this pandemic, as well as my colleagues, Aaron and Becky, who are also being recognized tonight, and my former colleagues from the Ohio Program of Intensive English, who we also worked with through most of this pandemic.
Thank you so much for this nomination. I feel so grateful for the encouragement, guidance, and support of Jerry Kurzik, who nominated my colleagues and I for this award. Jerry has paved the way and provides a model of excellence and resilience in global education for us every day. I'm also so thankful for the amazing students and colleagues that I have been so fortunate to work with, from Athens to Uzbekistan to Russia, Japan, and beyond. Thank you all.
privilege and honor to accept the nomination under the category of Global Teaching and Learning in 2021 International Education Week. This award I really dedicated to my students who have joined me and trusted me in global teaching and learning, especially through the COIL project here in Ohio, as well as my colleague in Stellenbosch University who supported me and her students in making this happen. Indeed, it's a win for all of us. I'm humbled and I accept this nomination. Thank you.
Reading these special letters from Mackenzie Perry and Callie Martindale confirmed for me what I was thinking in terms of a 5-word answer to the prompt from Global Affairs, that global resilience is about the courage to embrace the possible, which is exactly what these two have done. Callie challenging herself to adapt and thrive in a demanding environment half a world away from Ohio. Mackenzie realizing that studying law at Edinburgh was actually an option that could happen and is happening right now, which is extraordinary.
My name is Girmay Nagash. I am a professor of African literature and critical theory within the Department of English. I am also the director of the African Studies program. I am pleased, very honored indeed, to have been nominated for this recognition. Thank you CIS, thank you Ohio University. I came to Ohio University in 2005, and since then I have been trying in a small way to contribute knowledge on Africa through publication, research, and creative activity. And this acknowledgement is very encouraging. It is a moral booster indeed. So thank you. I also want to thank Dr. Asansar who nominated me, as well as everybody else who worked on the nomination process. So thank you everyone again.
Resilience is about maintaining connections. When we're talking about maintaining connections, we could be talking about maintaining our connections with the Higher Education Commission in Pakistan as we seek to enable scholarly mobility by potential students. We could be talking about maintaining connections like we do with the Pontifical Catholic University of Ecuador, to have ongoing research and to have ongoing community engagement where we try to improve living conditions around the world. Or resilience could be about maintaining connections with any group of students, any group of faculty, staff, and community partners around the world, where we seek inbound and outbound connections to allow for us to engage in global research, global teaching, global service, and of course to build a global community. That's why I believe that resilience is about maintaining connections.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Ridpath from the College of Business and the Department of Sports Management. Very honored to have been nominated by one of my colleagues for this award. And I know I only have a few seconds, but I'm supposed to say, what does global resilience mean to me? From a sports perspective, the global sports industry is expanding daily, and we need to prepare resilient students who are going to be in the sports marketplace running sports in the future on a worldwide basis, not just on a local, regional, and national basis. So that's what global resilience means to me.
Dr. Foley organizes weekly international seminars, and educators and graduate students from different countries, like at least 8 or 9 countries, are regularly participating in the weekly seminar. And also he has traveled to Nepal, and then he conducted several professional development programs for Nepalese mathematics educators and others.
The resilience of humanity depends on global harmony, international cooperation, and the golden rule of loving others as you love yourself. Thanks again.
I'm sending this video to recognize Dr. Matthew Lariche's outstanding work in supporting Ohio University's global engagement. Matthew led multiple OU student cohorts to Leipzig and further expanded on a very special and long-standing exchange tradition between Ohio University and Leipzig University here in central Germany. And both German and American students shared with me their highest regards for Dr. Lariche's truly innovative ways of teaching global affairs and supporting global engagement, bringing the students together with think tanks, international organizations, diplomats, and business. And thus, I could not be more delighted to nominate him for his efforts in supporting global engagement, both for the students as well as for our institutions. Best of luck and all best from Leipzig to OU.
Hello everyone. I'd like to thank you for this honor and privilege of recognizing me for global inclusion and diversity. This recognition becomes more special because a nomination comes from a student. This is actually your recognition and your award. All of you teach me to be a better person and a better teacher. So what is global resilience? Global resilience is people coming together to work towards sustainable change, sustainable peace, and sustainable happiness. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you so much for your consideration. I'm really proud to be part of programs like the GCP Brazil that expands OU into South America, gives students an incredible opportunity to have new experiences, get out of their comfort zone, see a different part of the world, and work with live clients in Brazil on Brazilian projects. I traveled many places around the globe. I was born in Brazil, my parents are British. My wonderful wife is from Mexico. These things made me realize that we're all very similar, nowadays more connected than ever, but there's still room for improvement. So let's continue to create and share experiences with our students and make the world a better place. Thank you, obrigado, gracias.
Nominees, if you are here tonight, please stand. Everyone, please join me in congratulating our esteemed and resilient faculty. Next, I'm pleased to celebrate members of our Ohio staff who are nominated for recognition in the staff category of supporting global engagement.
It is an honor to be nominated and a pleasure to celebrate IEW with everyone. To me, global resilience is about knowledge and action. And at the Office of Global Opportunities, we've worked hard to update our travel procedures around safety, health, and security in order to better support our students when we have restarted travel. It's such a pleasure to see our programs get off the ground again. Really enjoy being able to support students in their educational travel opportunities in this way.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Nisevich. I'm the Associate Director of International Student and Faculty Services, and I wanted to say thank you so much for the nomination for the IEW Award. It feels really great to be recognized for the work that we do for the university and for students and scholars. For me, the definition of global resilience really comes down to adaptability. I think we all learned that over the past 2 years.
I would like to nominate Diane, the Director of ISFS, for the category of Global Partnership, Service and Outreach. It's so instrumental to help each and every international students have their smooth transition here at Ohio University.
For me, resilience is getting up and continuing to go even when things are hard and it's really tough to do. Just saying I've got the get up and go and the willingness to try is enough.
All of our nominees, please stand. Help me congratulate them. The Ohio experience does not end at graduation. We're so pleased to celebrate some truly special alumni for whom the idea Forever Ohio rings true. Please join me in recognizing our nominees in the alumni category.
I just want to say thank you to International Education Week and for Daniela for nominating me. It means so much to me that you all would consider me for this award, and I'm very grateful for it. It's very inspiring, inspires me to continue doing global education from rural Ohio. Thank you very much.
Bob kids are resilient. Ohio University education is very special. The curriculum is broad, intense, very accommodating. So it instills in an individual the importance of excellence. And once a person has that in their hearts or in their lives, hard work results, and then open career opportunities all over the world. I'm always grateful to Ohio University that it instilled in me the spirit of perseverance, and patience.
I believe some of the alumni are supposed to be with us in the room tonight. If you're here, please join. And those, let's thank them. Thank you. The Ohio experience does not occur in a vacuum. The Athens community at large has been a very special partner in many of our global engagement efforts, including supporting international students and immigrants. We are grateful to be able to celebrate the efforts of the Athens United Immigrant Support Project for tonight's community nomination for recognition.
Hi, I'm Debbie Schmeeding with the Athens United Immigrant Support Project. On behalf of our board, I'd like to thank Jenny Hall-Jones and the folks from International Education Week for this recognition. When we started our organization about 2 years ago, we knew that many people in Southeast Ohio would want to step up and provide support and assistance for folks who are immigrating into our country under various difficult circumstances, and we were right. We've been able to partner with many other organizations and individuals over the last couple of years to support, at this point, about 18 individuals from 6 different countries in Central America and Africa to find their way across the border and get settled and on to the next step in their lives. So thank you.
If there are members of the Athens United Immigrant Support Project here, please stand. Thank you. The Tanaka Ohio Award recognizes faculty and staff at Ohio University's longstanding strategic partner, Chubu University, for outstanding contributions to international education and research, global competency, and international programs at Chubu University. This year, we are proud to celebrate Professor Nobuyuki Kawauchi.
Hello, my friend at Ohio University. My name is Nobuyuki Kawauchi. I'm very happy to share this International Education Week with you through this video. It is a great honor to receive the Tanaka Ohio Award. I would like to thank Ohio University and Chubu University for supporting me and selecting me as the recipient for this award. Throughout my career, I have strived to make contributions to international exchange as well as to the development of the relationship between our institutions. I also had the privilege of staying at Ohio University as a Robert Greeting visiting professor. This experience made me keenly aware of the importance of events such as International Education Week. It is unfortunate that I am not able to accept this award in person, but I would like to congratulate you on a successful International Education Week. Thank you all very much.
Just a little bit about his contribution. Since joining Chubu 23 years ago, Professor Kawauchi has made significant contributions towards support of international exchange as well as the development of invaluable relationship between Ohio University and Chubu University. He's been a strong supporter of the Ohio Chokee Study Abroad program, encouraging many students to expand their horizons with study abroad. In 2013, he served as a Glidden visiting professor at Ohio University and actively engaged in the renewal of the cooperative agreement between Ohio University and Chubu. It is a pleasure to celebrate tonight and recognize the intimidable impact and achievements of Professor Nobuyuki Kawauchi. Thank you. Dr. Jang.
Thank you, Dr. Coons, and thank you for sharing this moment with us in celebrating and recognizing so many wonderful, wonderful faculty members and staff, alumni, community, and our partner. So I'd like to give everybody applause and I'd also like to thank to the nominators who took the time to recognize the colleagues, professors, and alumni and community, because thanks to you, we are able to have this wonderful time together. We have long been a global university, and it's truly a joy to see the exciting ways in which that legacy continues. I wanted to briefly note that we'd like to invite our nominees and nominators who are in the room to stay after the program to take group photos. And with that, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome Dr. Hugh Sherman, Ohio University's 22nd president and a longtime champion in global partnerships and initiatives.
You'd think we'd be masters of how to take on and put on and take off masks. Thank you all for being here tonight. And congratulations once again to all the winners. It's such a pleasure to see the efforts of our faculty, our staff, our alumni, and our community members who have supported our international programs and our international students. I always enjoy nights like tonight because we're taking time out to celebrate our achievements, and I don't think we do that enough. The pandemic has shown us once again, how interdependent we are. I think the pandemic and climate change shows us how actions and people in one place of the planet affect people from all over the world. So it makes it very important for us to understand. I think that just reinforces the importance of a truly global education. And I think that's why it's so important to continue these efforts and to expand them at Ohio University. Our students are graduating into a very different world today. As we all know, it's a global world, and they're going to have to work with partners from around the world. So the programs that we do, the study away programs, the language programs, the cultural programs, the cultural events that we do, all have increasing importance to providing our students with the education that they really need. I want to thank you once again for your dedication to Ohio University and our students. I'm very proud of the work that we are all doing for our students, and I know that we can look forward to the things that we will accomplish in the future. Thank you and have a great night.
I can say with confidence that this is a record. We never ended our event on time, but actually we're doing pretty well, considering how many nominees we had to we celebrated, right? And so kudos to all being observing and part of this amazing program. And again, thank you all for joining us to celebrate our global resilience tonight. We witnessed our strengths, we witnessed our resilience, and a great support and great work that is happening. And thank you for those who have joined us virtually as well. I'd like to thank the IEW Planning Committee and the Office of Global Affairs team who have made this event possible. And I hope all of you have a pleasant evening, and thank you.